Why should you eat healthy? Is it reasonable to live on a diet consisting of processed foods and sugary drinks? According to experts, eating correctly is one of the most challenging things a person can accomplish. There are various reasons why eating healthily is a challenge. Simply being alive does not indicate that we are healthy. The older we become, the more our bad behavior catches up with us. Developing good eating habits early in life is essential to avoid future problems. Simply knowing the knowledge does not make the urge to do anything fitness-related a reality. You don't have to wake up one day and realize you've had a vitamin shortage for years, causing almost hard-correct consequences. Over time, we discover that there are things we might have done better or ought to have done that we certainly did not do because we were either unaware of the negative implications or just lazy. Of course, now that we're older and can reflect on our blunders. Hindsight is 20/20. It requires exposure to the misery that might result from poor health choices before we become more conscious of how we treat our bodies. When we cannot perceive the reality of the results of our actions, they may seem far away and challenging to connect to. If we don't see that poor eating habits might lead us astray, even in the first second, we'll be saying goodbye to a high-quality future. We may also dismiss them entirely. This might be a crippling situation to be in. Healthy eating is vital for a variety of reasons. SAD stands for Standard American Diet, which refers to a diet that is low in vegetables, high in fat and sugar, and deficient in nutrients. Processed foods are almost a staple of the SAD diet. Let us not squander any more time. It might be challenging to remain on track if we don't understand why our bodies respond to food the way they do. There are several ways you might begin to grasp why eating healthy foods is so important. We need to start eating healthier now. Most individuals are already aware of North America's growing obesity crisis. This is especially true of the United States in general. There is even a term for how many Americans eat, known as the SAD diet. Processed meals are foods that are readily accessible and easy to consume yet have long-term negative fitness consequences. In North America, we have a variety of food preparation options. The amount required to purchase terrible food is substantially less than the distance necessary to buy authentic food. It's typically thought to be a good idea to avoid eating such processed foods and instead concentrate on consuming whole grains, fruit, veggies, and meat that hasn't been treated with hormones or various chemicals that may eventually affect your frame and cause troubles. It is hardly unexpected that North America is experiencing an obesity crisis. Because of their ease, processed ingredients are mass-produced and generate a significant profit. Nutrition is not at the top of the list of businesses aiming to capitalize on people's lethargy. However, other techniques emphasize the need to eat healthily. Another reason to eat healthily is that ingesting harmful components might make you more prone to ailments. Diabetes is a condition that may develop as a result of poor eating habits and is often treated with healthy exercise. The typical American diet is high in fat and sugar. Poor eating habits may lead to type 2 diabetes, which can be maintained and treated in the long run with proper consuming behavior. Still, poor behavior can also be precipitated if a person's lifestyle is not effectively managed or degraded over time. Osteoporosis may impact many people later in life since they did not make healthy eating choices early on. You might also have poor bone health, high blood pressure, or even heart issues. High blood pressure is not uncommon, as are several chronic conditions. Other illnesses might arise as a consequence of poor dietary habits. It would help if you made every effort to be mindful of your eating choices. If you want to avoid these problems and headaches, you should eat properly and reduce your exposure to the risks of eating significant amounts of meat, fish, and dairy products.